Hey guys, so today we are going to talk about like pages. I get asked this all the time. So this is going to be like a quick and dirty, how to get started, why to get started, different tips and tricks on really how you should name it, the type of things you should be posting on it, and other ways to kind of get other people looking at it. I'm not going to talk about ads and things like that. I do have different trainings on that. But I am going to make it easier for you to get started and to share this with your coaches. So to start, I'm Wendy Spencer. I am an elite 2015 Beachbody coach. I, really am interested in how to keep growing this page, how to keep growing, your not so warm market, but find people that are just like you that maybe you didn't know. And that's the best reason to get a like page, okay? Because really, your page, your personal page is your warm market. These are people that already know you and trust you and love you. They might think you're crazy. Who's been there, right? They might think you're crazy because you're doing Beachbody or you're posting about more health and fitness stuff. But I don't want you to use the like page to say, I'm only going to post my health and fitness stuff on my like page. I'm not going to post that at all on my personal page. It's not a good idea. That's not what like pages are for. Like pages can include more call to action posts. We call them CTAs, where really that's when you're able to do your more straightforward inviting. Like, hey, I have a challenge group starting in 2 weeks. This is what we're going to do. You should join us. Because Facebook does have very specific rules that you are not allowed to promote your business specifically from your personal page. It can actually shut down your personal page. That's not great, right? So that's another reason why you need to use a like page. You need to diversify outside of Facebook within their rules. Another reason to get a like page is because you want, to be able to reach more people. Like I said, we'll talk about ads in a different one, but if you are ever going to run an ad or boost a post, make sure your audience is very defined. Make sure it's people that like to watch the same shows that you watch, that have the same activities that you like to do, that are maybe moms or like to travel or, like certain magazines. You can put all those things in there and it will really help you reach, people who are similar to you. Okay, so I'm trying to think if there's, I am going to show you how to get started. So we'll do that right now and I'll kind of explain along the way some other little tips and tricks about how to keep going. Okay, so let's share this. Hope you can see my screen. Okay, so you scroll down. See, if you go to your home page and you scroll down, over here is something called pages. And then create page. It's an easy one, right? Okay, so now you're going to go down to artist, band, or public figure, because that's you now. Choose a category. There is a whole variety of things here. I would encourage you to look through the other coaches that you follow to see how they have, what they've chosen here. Some choose entrepreneur. I personally chose coach. You could do a whole bunch of different things. You could do public figure. That's another one. Those are the main three that people really use. I guess you could use athlete if you are really a hardcore fitness person. But I personally chose coach. And you can choose whatever you want. Okay, so let's say I choose coach for this one and then get started. Okay, so the name. I'm going to put what I would suggest for you to put in here because I'm actually not going to make another page, but you need to put your name. While it's cute and cool and funny to think of some like catchy name, as your business grows, people aren't going to know the name of that. Maybe, years ago when Beachbody was like brand new, people would remember like the Real Fit Housewife, like that's a really great blog that, Leslie Cortez has been able to build immensely without using her name. But in general, if you look at a lot of the top coaches now, their pages and their blogs are specifically only their name. If you look at Melanie Mitro or Amy Silverman or, obviously like Bonnie Engel, things like that. You need to just have your name as this page. And then if you already have your name as your personal page, I encourage you there to put your middle name in there. Okay, so then you're going to put just your name in here and get started. Okay, now let's scroll up and I'll take you, let me cancel out of this. Well, okay, we're just gonna go like this. Okay. So here we are. Let's go to my like page. See how it's just Wendy Spencer. Easy. Okay. So once you do that, it'll pop you in here, and I need you to go to your About section. And here, where Facebook web address, this is where you want to make it really simple. Facebook.com/yourname. Then people can find you everywhere. And then as your business grows, whether it's on here or on Snapchat or on, any of the live videos or YouTube, all they have to do is Wendy Spencer. I did not know this when I first started, and that's why mine is Wendy Spencer Fitness, and now I can't change it. You can only change it once, maybe 2 times, but I've only heard people being able to change it once. So really start with just your name and stick to it. And then as you grow into other markets, which I'm not going to encourage you to do that, Facebook really is the way for you to grow your business the fastest. Once you do grow into other markets though, and you feel like you've got Facebook down and you are dominating and really growing your business quickly on here, that's when you can go to youtube.com, /yourname. You can, do Twitter and your blog. Like my blog is just wendyjospencer.com. So this makes it easy for people to find you. The rule that I've always learned is to keep it consistent. If it's your name, keep it your name all the way across and go from there. Okay, so then come down here in your short description. Again, I encourage you to look at other coaches and see what they've put here. And just make it something, so when people look at it real quick, they're like, okay, I see who she is. Easy. Long description for your page. I personally put it in my bio. And again, look at other people's, see what you like. Personal information, personal interests. These are something that you need to kind of be updating as you go. So my Instagram, I actually need to update that one, and my website, because I have updated it all to be just my name. Okay, so that's where you go on that. The next thing I'm going to talk to you about is your niche market. This is the easiest way, basically, for you to reach people that are like you, that get you, that understand you, that want to follow what you're doing. Because that's the easiest way to kind of gain momentum on here, is for people to be like, hey, did you see Wendy's page? Like, wow, she shared that really cool thing. And then that's when someone else likes it. So think through that niche market. Like I like to post really funny things and female empowerment. So you have something about Betty White saying, why grow balls? Thought that was funny. I, like to use it. That's another thing. Like Gary Vee is the one who did this initial picture. Gary Vee, he's a big motivational, basically entrepreneur who kills it. And I saw that, and instead of using his photo, I did the exact same thing, and I just put the quote on my photo. Okay, so that's another one that I like to do. Obviously, I'm doing the Ultimate Reset, so I'm talking about what I'm eating, and today's Transformation Tuesday, so you're seeing some transformations. Obviously, I'm drinking my Shakeology, my clean eating group. I try to encourage my kids to go in there too. Wow, gosh. Success Club trip. My newsfeed is blowing up. So, I talk about my journey with my ACL recovery, and that's something else to consider when you are doing photos and like that. It's really easy to kind of share them across multiple platforms at once. So I use Instagram as my first way to kind of capture that picture, and then use filters on it. And then once I use those filters, then I'll kind of move it over. I go into Buffer, and I upload the same photo, the same quote, or whatever I wrote, just leave it right up there. And then on Buffer, I can click all the different pages that I want it on. So I can click it on my personal page, on my Facebook, public page, my business page, and then in any other groups I want it to go in. And it's just one click. So that makes it super easy. And, I really love Buffer. There are some other sites that people really like using, like Hootsuite, things like that. Kind of search around to see what's best for you, but Buffer is what worked best for me personally. Okay, so think through that niche market. What are those 5 things that people always come to you for, or that you like to talk about besides health and fitness? What are the other things that when you lay in bed awake at night, what can't you get off your head? What are some of the objections you get? That's another big one. These are all the things that you need to be posting about, whether it's about coaching objections, reasons why you love to coach, obviously things about Shakeology, or or how to make healthy meals as a busy parent, or, how to sign your kids up for whatever. It's really good to keep these engaging, but on your like page, it's also important to really think about things that people are just going to like and share, because the way Facebook kind of tiers it is, first of all, they will share your personal page first. no matter what. And then second of all, they'll share like pages that pay to play with Facebook like pages. So if you have an ad running and then you already have a super, basically engaging post, Facebook will start sharing it more and more and more and more. And then next after that are pages that have super engaging posts and post regularly 5 to 8 times a day. Seems daunting. I'll totally give you that. However, if you start, screenshotting different motivational quotes or things that make you laugh or other photos and you throw them all in a post folder, that's how I keep everything organized. Then at the beginning of the morning when I'm scheduling my posts for the day, I don't have to sit around on my computer and post all day long. I wake up, I get my post done in about 20 to 30 minutes through Buffer, and then it posts it throughout the day for me. Okay, so back to my point, which was, really, and then the final one, Facebook will show people who just post a couple times sporadically. So basically, if you have a like page and you post on it once a week, no one will ever see your posts, ever. Okay? So that's something you have to really consider. If you're not willing to pay, which that's fine, not everyone is in a place in their business to do that, you better be posting consistently and at least 5 to 8 times every day. Again, I'm doing this video in January of 2016. Things might change again, but those are the rules for now. Gotta be quiet. Okay? Okay, so the next thing you're going to do, let's say you want to tag yourself in a photo. If you're not posting the same content on your personal and your private page or on your public page, then this is the way to do it. So you go up here and you go to Photos, Albums, and then let's say I want to tag myself on a timeline photo. Let's do that picture I did with my daughter. Well, let's just do this one because I like this one. This was a big one for me yesterday. I got to sleep in and snuggle with my little boy, and it's part of my why. This is why I get to stay home as a single mom. I don't have to go to work and leave them. It's on my schedule and my choice. So tag photo, you click on yourself, and it's like, oh wait, Wendy Jo Spencer. That's my personal page. So now that I clicked on that and I tagged myself, done tagging, this photo will show up over on my personal page. And then if people want to come see it and talk about it, they'll come see it on my like page. If you do share things from your like page to your personal page, it will not show up as engagement on your like page. It will only be commented on in your personal page. So that's something to consider. If you are sharing, it's really not helping your page very much. You might get more people from your personal page to maybe look at it, but it's not sending them there, is my point. Okay? So lastly, to talk about ads, I think it's important to, if you're doing ads, I think it's really important to be very specific with your money. Don't just put money out there. Don't just like, well, I'm going to spend $5 on this and then have no tracking system. It's really important that if you are going to do something that you feel like will get people excited about your business or will get more people to come to your page, like this one, I could potentially boost this one. Okay? This is more to be like, okay, I'm going to spend $10 and I'm going to get people to be like, okay, if they think this is funny, they're probably going to be a lot like me. They're probably going to be like, oh, I could potentially watch her. So then you specifically pick that audience. So like, let's say we did want to boost. Let's look at that really quick. So it pops up, boost this post, people you choose through targeting, and then my default audience. I have different ones, potential coaches, sick baby boost, things like that. So you can create a new audience. And that's where when I kind of talked about, we'll do this in a different one. I'm not going to go through this today, but this is how you would create a new audience and then kind of scroll down through your age, gender, budget. Like for this one, I would probably put Betty White, like people who like Betty White or female empowerment or something like that, so that more people through Facebook, another, 1,000 to 3,000 people almost that have never seen my page before, now will get this showing up on their newsfeed. Okay. So that's a reason to do that. And then, video. That's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was, video. I heard something from Chalene Johnson that if you post one video a day, obviously personal videos are the best, will get the highest reach. Let's say you even grab one from YouTube or from some other site. If you post one video a day for 2 weeks, your engagement will go up like 400%. Facebook will be sharing more of what you do, crazy amounts. So I guess that'd be my challenge to you when you get your page up. Start sharing a video a day. Videos are super hot right now, and Facebook loves that. Okay, so I'm stopping the share on that. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me. You can reach me on Facebook. You just saw my like page. So it's Wendy Spencer Fitness on my page, or my personal page is Wendy Jo Spencer, or you can always email me, wendy@wendyspencerfitness.com. Alrighty, yeah, ask. I'm here. Hope you're having a good day, guys.